Marketing Officer of Philam Life, Mr. Jimmy Javier.
Good morning to everyone. Let me begin by sharing a few baseline topics on the OFW. All of us are obviously very familiar with the segment, and this is just to put everything on the same page first. 1 out of 10 of Filipinos is an OFW. Right? So that's quite an amazing statistic, given that there's over 100 million of us already. So there's 10.2 million of us, of Filipinos scattered all over. Of this 10.2 million, 41% are actually what we call the OFW. These are the people that have contractual work outside, so they come back every couple of years after the contract expires. 48% of them are actually living abroad permanently. So this would be the migrants in the US primarily and North America. They also have work. Most of them, all of these are still Filipinos, but we cannot discount the fact that some of those 48 may have dual citizenship already. Now the 11% is the irregular. So what's that one? That's the segment where they're not properly documented. They left the country, but there's no documentation that they have returned. So that's what we call the tago ng tago. Yeah. So there's quite a lot of them, considering our base is 10 million, right? 11% of them is that status. It's really their desire to earn something better that made them go out. Okay. Last year, 2013, 2.2 million Filipinos were actually deployed outside. Okay, over half, 54% of them, are rehired. Ibig sabihin, it's a repeat contract already. Okay, so that's a pattern that we're seeing. A lot of the Filipinos for the OF, they have repeat contracts 2, 3, even 4 and 5 times over the years. Okay, 25% are new hires, the first timers. Okay, the first two charts, by the way, refer to just the land-based, okay, which are typically 2 or 3 years in contract. Sea-based, there's no differentiation between the new hires and the rehired, because for the sea-based, the contracts can be as short as 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and so on. So it's a little different from the land-based. But in terms of proportion, we see a lot of the rehires of OFW going again and again. In the last 6 years, this is how it has looked. Last year is 2.2 million from 1.4 million 6 years back. There was a spike in 2012. Driven primarily by bigger demands for skilled workers in different parts. Majority still go to the Middle East, where there's still a lot of construction projects. Asia also is now a popular destination with a lot of economies improving, so they have more need of assistance from the left. So the average employment rate is growing at this rate. It's 10% annually. This would be our baseline, and what we have done in Philam Life is to undertake another research project, because we continually want to be relevant to our customers. As was mentioned earlier, we've been serving the OF market for over a decade, and over that period of time, we have had a lot of learnings, and we really want to update our learnings, because we feel being relevant has to be there. The products that we develop must really address what they need and what they aspire for. So let's take a look at just a little bit of background on the research itself. We partnered up with PNS for a nationwide study in April. This is the demographic, the average demographic of the respondents. Most of them had a 2-year contract with an average tenure of 6.5 years. So at least sinasabi natin earlier, repeat going abroad, no? So over 3 times na siya. And the average earnings is about 50,000 per month. They opted to seek employment overseas because that is the job that they feel can bring them this course. Same concept, but just to emphasize how large the desire to have their own business is from all of these respondents. Okay, 3 out of 4 said that I want my own business eventually in the next 5 years.